Hey loves, this is Let's Grow Creator video 7. Think like a creator, not a hobbyist. Creators build systems, hobbyists wait for motivation. Creators post even when uninspired, systems over feelings. Stepping into this creator world, if this is you right now, the best advice I can give you is systems. Because anyone can have a hobby and just do things here and there for fun. But if you really want to take like content creation and, this online industry, like having an online job, we must take it seriously, almost as if we're like literally in a 9-to-5 job. We need systems, just like a 9-to-5 job has systems, really in a 9-to-5 job. We need systems, just like a 9-to-5 job has systems. Us as content creators need systems as well. So having a structure, a weekly structure, a daily structure, monthly structure, in some way that like you live by and you stick to. Whether you create the content like once or twice a month or every single day, or you just like figure things out as you go. And just the difference between the person who does that for the work first, they have a better chance of longevity in this career versus someone who kind of just goes at it more casually and more like a hobby. You have a higher success rate with people who have systems, because systems have structure and structure has consistency and discipline, and it's less confusing. Without that structure, it's just all over the place, and being all over the place is not the best for our peace and our mental health. So people in the creator space who win and like really like make it, they're the ones that can have those systems and that consistency within those systems, more than just treating it like a hobby. It can still feel kind of like a hobby and it's fun. Like I think being a creator is fun. I mean, just like any job, it's not like just, easy, just like you're just going to be some resistance, of course. But without those systems, it's really all over the place, and it's really hard to really achieve or go anywhere with your content without a system. Number 2, consistency creates opportunity. Opportunity creates income. Serious creators think long term. So having the systems, having the consistency will show how prevalent, how in the present moment you are in this, which then actually brings opportunities because you're living it. It's not a hobby where you just do like once a week here and there. You have so much more room to grow. You have so much impact that you can help and do for others because you're living in it day in and day out consistently. It becomes you. You are a content creator. It is your identity. It is your job. I know it doesn't sound like super fancy, but it's kind of like your job. So it becomes your identity, and you have opportunities that will be prevalent because of it. And if you're thinking long term, you see this as you doing this long term, like why wouldn't you want to do this every single day? It's fun. You just you get better and better over time. It's not perfect, of course, no job is, but it's just very important to have the systems and the consistency to really see true growth in yourself, but also like online, like an impact for others. Number 3, skill is an asset. Content is leverage. Having skills, especially online skills, will become your assets, because your brain and the way you think and how you process images, pictures, words, all of this becomes your skill because you've understood the human language and the way that humans interact with images. Just like any business, any job that you pursue in this world, there's a way that you go about that job in a certain way that creates better results. For example, a nurse, when they take care of their patients, if they act, more like soulful and more, they speak more calmly and more caringly, their patients and then feel more taken care of, and there'll be less complaints as a nurse. So they're moving their language and their energy in a way that fits for their client who's spending, using their, if they have insurance, then, but technically they're making thousands of dollars. Every time someone pulls that trigger, that office, that's that company, is making thousands of dollars, whether someone pays a copay or not, every single person that comes in there. So the person that's at the front desk, that's like doing the job for the corporation, they truly have to embody that version of themselves that can speak the best way and show up to the way they need to show up, so that there's not complaints and that person continues coming back for like their physical every single, because a physical, it's not like someone's like needs attention, medical help, but they need to come check up on their health every single. This is just a ching for the business if you think about it. Whether medical help, but they need to come check up on their health every single. This is just a ching for the business if you think about it. Whether someone is sick or not, because it's just a checkup. So they're still making thousands of dollars off nothing if you think about it. So because that they have the skills to, show up in that way to that front desk, to the patient, everyone that's actually on the clock in that job, they've developed that. Whereas for us here in this series right now, we're talking about content creation. This is our job we're talking about. Same thing. When you retain these skills, it just makes it easier to get your message across. So skills are assets in this business. It's not about, buying real estate, investing in the land, investing so that you don't have to pay a retainer for this building. Technically, that's an asset to that business. If they were to own the land and the building, they don't have to pay that, and it's all just profit for the, the hospital. Or they do. They have to pay rent to be able to be there and to have to pay that, and it's all just profit for the, the hospital. Or they do. They have to pay rent to be able to be there and to have their business there. But they, it's the scale of their business and its own, and the people that work there that make that career, like, it's successful, the business is successful, people come back. Same thing with content creation. We need to have these skills, but we don't need real estate to do this, it's a beautiful job. The skills that we do need, that are assets, are ourselves. We need to master like social media, images, simple images, videos, how we speak, angles, dimensions, textures, transitions, what helps people, or what makes someone laugh, what impacts someone in a way that's either beneficial or just passing time. Like if you're a comedy type of, like there's different spaces in content. You can be like educator, you can be just like, entertainer, comedy, sales. There's so many, there's even more than that. Like the list, it's so creative. This space that you're about to get into, or that you're currently in right now, if you're looking to be a creator, it's literally creativity and finding like who you are and what you want to talk about and like what you excel in. And that's really what it is to be in this industry. And it's really fun once you do find who, to be in this industry. And it's really fun once you do find who you are in it, and you have like those structures and those disciplines. Thank you. But yes, content, these skills are assets that you're developing right now. That is your asset more than anything. Number 4, today's creator is tomorrow's brand or agency. So today's creator, is your brand. So you as a creator, you don't really know it as you're, starting in this space right now, but you are building something that, impacts others and for the better, in some way. Some creators out there are not doing things for the better. That's a whole nother situation. Some people, like might be affecting people and making them nervous. Certain content on YouTube is actually meant to like scare people. There's different niches in content creation, but really, if you think about it, it's just trying to impact another human in some way. That's kind of like how I say, whatever space you are, whatever you're trying to do, it's just how can you effectively be useful in this world through your mind, body, and soul, and package it in a way that's pleasing to the eye in some way, because like no one wants to like just see a black screen. It's boring, right? So today's creators, are you're building a brand. So however you show up and however energy and whatever you're developing, it's in the long run going to benefit, and it's going to actually create lasting change. So be aware of that when actually stepping into this industry, and like as you're growing in it, like who you're becoming and like what your audience is seeing, because you can either love your outcome or not. You'll either like sell, but then you're like, once you get there, like, let me shift gears. And that's what happened to me too, because I've switched in many different ways in content creation. So they're like, let me shift gears. And that's what happened to me too, because I've switched in many different ways in content creation. So sometimes people get first try and it's like they're super happy with what they developed long term. And then some people like they excel, but then it wasn't the right like space to be in. And that was me. It took me a couple of tries to figure out like what made sense for me long term and what did people actually want to see from me. You know what I mean? So I didn't really figure this out, and so now I'm here to help you guys so I've been on this journey and I've succeeded and failed. For a long time I've been in content like creation and taking videos and pictures since I was in middle school. So you live and you learn, but don't be afraid to fail, because failure is a part of the process. Don't be afraid to make a fool of yourself. It's a part of the process. If you're really trying to take this serious, you see it like long term. And so, whether you make a fool of yourself or not, like you're in this for the long haul. Like it's just a bad day. You're going to have better days in the future. The creator reset. Treat content like a craft. So treat your content like it would be like a craft that you have, with like papers and markers, and you're drawing, and when you're younger, you're, filling in the lines, or you have your little scrapbook, or whatever you do that's like a craft and fun for you, where you can be creative, you can draw pictures. The same thing you would do to be creative when you were younger. Think of content the same way. How are you different? What's impactful for you to make? What is impactful for others to see? And, just really hone in on that. And it might take some time. It might not be like overnight that you figure this out. Like I said, it takes sometimes years to figure this out if you keep going. But don't ever give up. Don't overthink one. We all start somewhere. And just create and just craft. Have fun, and just be yourself and continue learning. Here are some affirmations for you to use. I think long term. I build skill. I am a creator. Post with purpose. Grow intentionally. This is video 7. Let's grow creator. I believe in you guys. I know you can do it. I know right now you might be treating it as a hobby, or you're like, I'm not sure if I want to do this or not. But part of you maybe feels like you want to, like it could be something that you really like thrive in and that you want to do. I would just say do it. Like I think you've thought about it enough. And if you're here right now, I would just say 110% like start today or tomorrow and post a video and then never stop. It's literally that simple. Whether the content is good or not, it doesn't matter. You just need consistency and structure, and just never stop and just live in it every single day. You will get better. You will not be perfect. There will be bumps along the way. You will probably waste time, but in that time, wasting time, you've learned something. So it's not really a waste of time. You've grown, and you'll do things differently the next time. So evolution will happen. You will evolve. You'll eventually master your words, and we're still ever learning and growing. So the journey is forever. So wherever, if you're just starting right now, you have so much time to figure things out, and there's no rush. So be patient with yourself. Things will change. You will change as a person. Out, and there's no rush. So be patient with yourself. Things will change. You will change as a person. Your interests might change. Maybe you don't make this content anymore, but you have to start somewhere. And that day is today, here right now in growth group. And I'm so happy that I can be here in this beginning of your journey and inspire you, but you need to take action now. And if it's not today, it's tomorrow. You need to post one video if it's 5 seconds to 10 seconds. We have to start there. A simple reel, or even just a one photo post, like no videos. You need to start posting every day consistently, starting today. Period. I love you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed video 7, Let's Grow Creator. This is a series every single week where I help you guys stay accountable and learn things to excel you faster and to just get you moving. Here in growth group, it's about growth. We're just getting each other moving. And to just get you moving. Here in growth group, it's about growth. We're just getting each other moving. Stop, overthinking, being stagnant, letting things distract us, making excuses. We actually take action here every single day, consistently, no exceptions. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one.